Greetings, 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 greetings. What's going on, man? Why go on? Listen, man. I'm still here. I'm still doing it up. All right, let me just make sure I got some audio on Facebook. Give me 1 second. 1 second, please. 1 second. Hey, listen, man. I'm still here. Yep, got audio on Facebook right there, man. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to chime in, while I drink a little bit of coconut water. Ah, go ahead and drop in the description or the comment, where you tuning in from. I'm in New York right now, so let me know where you at so I could give you a shout out. Okay. um what it do, lineage? What up, brother Charlie Rice? Was good. All right, we got Golden Empress Everlasting Waters in the building. What's going on? Listen, man, I'm about to drop some information. I'm gonna take y'all back. All right, Central Florida in the building. My brother Charlie was good. All right. Listen, man, I'm not gonna be on here too long. Real talk. All right, so I'm gonna just drop something real quick to show you. I'm gonna take you back all the way to 2017, just to kind of show you that I was always on point with the message, and I'm still on point, right? While everybody's trying to catch up, you know, I've been done that in 2017. So that's why I don't spend too much time talking about the Trump fiasco and the Biden fiasco and all the distractions that's going on. I've been there, done that. I'm just waiting for y'all to step up and be ready to make some moves. And I've been talking about that since 2017, 2016, right? But listen, one thing I've learned in my growth is this. It doesn't matter how frustrating it gets. People are only going to meet you when they are ready. Okay? People are only going to wake up when they are ready. Even if people are talking about it, it doesn't mean that they are ready to make moves. They're just talking. Okay? So that's cool. So my advice to a lot of people that get frustrated because their family, their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters just don't seem to get it, it's okay. It's not their time. It's not their time to wake up. All right? And if you've gone back into history, it doesn't matter how far you go back, right? You'll realize that it's always one individual in the family, okay, that gets it, that gets the awakening bug, if I may, okay? The Christ consciousness, if I may, while the others don't get it. And that's why people such as you, myself, those of us that's actually here and we are seeing everything that's going on, but not just seeing it, we are stepping up to do something. That's why, it's far and rare that we find 2 or 3 people in the same family, the household, that's on the same page. I mean, don't get me wrong, it happens because we got people in our nation that's like that. They got their family and literally everybody in the household is on point. So to me, that's remarkable. All right. But that's rare though. All right. So just want to keep that in mind. A little advice. Don't get mad at your peoples. Have compassion. Be patient with them. Okay. But what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to show you a video I did in 2017. And then what we're going to do. Greetings. I am Wisdom Faith. What it is. I'm going to show you a video I did in 2017. Okay, just to, again, reiterate that I've always been on point, okay? And then I'm going to talk about it again because it's very much relevant, all right? So let me go ahead and share this video so we could get into this build. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Present. Share my screen. All right. Here we go. Boom. 2017. And y'all could check the date. Okay, go ahead and check the date just to see what it is. All right. So nobody could say, oh, well, you changed the date now. Look at the hair. It's completely different. I was rocking the mohawk. You know what I mean? Check the date 7 years ago. That's how much on point I was. Okay, and I'm still on point. So check this out. Far. I mean, the day started off great as usual, but I had to go to Queens, and I'm in Brooklyn, so
it was like about I would say maybe an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, on the train. So I had to go, deal with a citation, paper genocide in effect. You know what I'm saying? But I decided to take the train because, trying to, drive and then, all the traffic and then parking. So I decided to take the train, right? So got to the train station, waiting on the train. A young sister, is, coming to the turnstile. Now, for those of you who are not from New York and are not familiar with the train system, they have what's called a turnstile, where you pay your fare or you swipe your fare. It's a card, and then you go through the turnstile. Now, brothers always down there hustling, trying to sell fares at, at discount rates. Hey, I don't knock nobody's hustle. Times are hard. The system is making it hard for our people. So you got to eat, right? So I'm not condoning what they're doing, but you know what? They got to do what they got to do. So I respect it. So the brother, he asked me, hey, I'm going to give you a Metro card for blah, blah, blah. I say, I'm good, brother. I got mine. Thank you. So I paid my fare, got in. Then it's like I said, a sister was coming through, right? And he asked her if she, hey, would you like me to swipe you for $2 or whatever? Because the fare is $2.75. So, she was rude. You know what I'm saying? So the brother was like, well, hey, you ain't got to be that rude. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to ask you if you need a discount, So she took offense to that and she cursed the brother out, and the brother didn't respond. He reacted by calling her a bitch. And then she came back, well, your mother is a bitch. And it was going back and forth. So I said, brother, why she got to be a bitch? And my sister, why, why the disrespect? Why his mother got to, get involved? You know what I mean? But it was just so disheartening to see the hate and animosity that a lot of our people have for each other. It was really disheartening. And I got on the train and it got me thinking, and it put me in a somber mood, because my spirits was up. I was getting ready to go deal with the citation, you know what I mean? And it just kind of got me down a little bit. So anyway, I said, okay, you know what, Chief, just refocus. You got to go handle your business. You need to be in the right state of mind right now. Okay, so I'm on the train. Everybody looking at me because me, wherever I go, I'm always repping who I am. I'm always repping my ancestors. I'm always repping my indigenous, side of me. So when I got to one of the stops called Franklin, right? Atlantic Avenue was the next stop. And then this lady, you see, that's why it's not good to judge, because I saw a lady sitting directly opposite me, right? And she was asking somebody for directions, asking them if the train go to Atlantic Avenue. And maybe the person had the headphones or they wasn't like paying attention, so they didn't hear her. So I said, yes, ma'am, this train, it does go to Atlantic Avenue, and Atlantic Avenue is the next stop. And she said, thank you, right? So she's sitting across. Now, she looked Asian. That's why I said it's not good to judge people by their looks and the color and the hue of their skin, right? So with that being said, she looked at me. She said, I like your headpiece. I like your, I like your do. I said, well, thank you, but it's, it's part of my culture. So she said, she said, and then all of a sudden, family, this was so real. Okay. It got me emotional, and I always talk about emotions and all that, but it was of joy. That experience took me to a place of bliss. And what I mean by that is, it was just, again, so humbling. She said, she said you're a native Indian. Now I know people have the concept of native Indian in their mind as somebody who looks European with long hair, but she didn't see that. She didn't see that. She said, you know what? You are native Indian. You are the real Indian. And she said, you know what? I just want to thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for allowing us to come into your country. Now, family, I'm in awe because I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. And she said, so I said, she came and she shook my hand. She came and she shook my hand and she started bowing down. And I said, no, sis, it's okay. It's all right. And then she said, but I just want to thank you. And I said, okay, you know what? Is it okay if I videotape what you were saying about, me being, the Indian. And again, family, I didn't record this, because of my ego. I recorded it because there was a message in there. There was a message that I needed to take to the world, to my people. And she said it's not a problem. And so I videotaped it. And the clip that you're gonna see, that is the clip of what she was saying. Okay?
I'm Muhammad Muhammad. I'm an immigrant from Egypt. I thank you, the Native American Indians, for allowing us to come to their land. You are the real owners. We thank you, everybody, all immigrants. We owe you everything nice.
Okay.
You saved my life. You saved my family, my grandchildren.
Okay.
And Muslims, we are not savages. We are not killers.
Okay.
We want to live in peace, and
Okay.
we are living in hell back home.
Okay.
So I thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you too. Thank you. All right, take care. All right. All right, so you've seen the clip. All right. And again, family, it was so humbling. It was so humbling because the lady literally got in tears. The lady was crying. She said that, I know, this is your land. And I, my family, my grandchildren owe it all to you. Thank you for welcoming us. And now they're trying, they want to kick us out. Muslims are not bad people. And by the way, she's from Egypt. And we just want to thank you for opening up your arms, letting us into your land. And family, I mean, apart from that, and she said that nobody's fighting for us, so please fight for us. And I'm gonna keep it real. A reaction was coming out of me. And the reaction was, well, can I ask you a question? That's what I'm saying in my head. Why do you want me to fight for you? Why wasn't anybody fighting for us before Trump? But you know what? The ancestors said no. The ancestors told me no. It's not about that. That's not the message here. Just be humble. Be humble and show love. And I said, it's okay. I said it's all right. At the ending of the day, we are all one people. But yes, thank you for realizing that this is my land. And family, again, the lady got down on her knees, and bowing to me. And I'm people are in the train looking at me. I mean, I felt a little bit embarrassed at first, but I said no. Embrace your moment. And again, not to be egotistical. I was really humble. The lady got on her knees and took my hand and kissed my hand, and said, you know what? Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you. And thank you for allowing us, people who are not from here, you know what I'm saying, to come into your land. And she bowed and she kissed my hand. And I'm trying to get her up, but she didn't want to get up. And I finally stood up and picked her up. And then I gave her an embrace. And then she left. And, when I looked down at I stopped, when I looked down at my phone, the time was exactly 12:22. And I just said, thank you. I just said, thank you to my ancestors. Because when I was about to ask the lady or tell her, well, you want me to fight for you, but who's been fighting for us? My ancestors told me, listen, we are here fighting for you. And you are here fighting for us. And family, I'm gonna keep it real. Tears started coming down my eyes on the train and people watching me. But you know what? I didn't care. I didn't care because it was just it was so real. I didn't want to prevent myself from experiencing that feeling. And then after she left, everybody on the train was just looking and smiling, and people was getting off the train. They were saying, goodbye, and when I got to I had to transfer to the number 7 train. When I transferred, I actually ran into another individual, which was a Caucasian male, and he came up to me and he started talking. He was a lawyer. I never thought he would have been. Again, don't judge people. He went to Harvard and or Yale, one of them. I think Harvard Law School and St. John's, whatever. But he started telling me about some of the history. And I said, I actually was trying to ask him if I could record it. And he said yes. But then the train station was so loud, when I played it over, I couldn't hear anything that he was saying. But the good thing about it is I did ask him for his card. And I said, is it okay that I come interview you? Because I need that knowledge. I need to put it out there. And he said, sure. And he gave me his card, and I took his card and I left. But here's the interesting thing. The citation, I got it a few weeks ago, and I thought it was actually today, because I'm looking at the date, and in my mind, I'm saying that it was today because I saw today's date on the citation. When I got to the place, okay, the first thing they came in to say, it was a ticket for, for traveling, but they said I was driving, right? So anyway, they first thing, as soon as I walked in, the energy in there, it was just so vampirish. First thing was, well, are you here to plead guilty? Are you here to pay? Are you here to settle? I say, no, I'm here to dispute it, actually. But then when they looked at the ticket, they said, well, sir, it's the wrong date. It's actually tomorrow. So I said, okay, is it possible, because I live all the way in Brooklyn, is it possible to, see somebody to, talk about this? So they sent me to another room. Anyway, long story short, they said, well, I could deal with the ticket today if I want to, or I could come back tomorrow, but it's going to be a longer wait now because I was scheduled for today. So I said, you know what? I'll just leave and come back tomorrow, because the purpose of me leaving my home today, it was manifested. I mean, it did take me almost 2 hours to get to Queens and 2 hours to get home. But that alone, that moment that I shared with that lady was priceless. It was priceless. I can't even put a price on that, because the way it made me feel on the inside, that moment of bliss, that connection I felt with my ancestors, like I felt them saying, we are pleased with what you are doing. You are representing us. You haven't turned your back on us. And don't worry, we are here fighting with you, because you are here fighting for us. And family, it is bittersweet for me, because you know why? The majority of our people don't know who they are. They don't know who they are, and they are literally slapping our ancestors in their faces. But what they don't realize is this: our ancestors, my ancestors, are here working on my behalf and our behalf. And I'm not sure if you ever heard of games. When you play certain games, there's something called a trump card. A trump card. And Trump is your trump card. You don't realize it, but Trump is a gift and a curse. A gift to the indigenous people who are indigenous to the Americas, and a curse to those who actually came here to our land thinking it's their land. So if y'all don't realize, to wake up and realize what's happening, it's our ancestors that's really at work right there. But a lot of you have eyes but you can't see, and you have ears but you can't hear. I come here every single day bringing it to you with love, so that you could get a true understanding of who you truly are. Who you are. You see, I know that my roots are here in this land, and I am fighting for mine. You see, that young lady knew that I am the landlord of the Americas, not them. And again, not trying to be egotistical, but truth is truth, and truth don't need to be disguised or fabricated or sheltered. Okay? And like I said, I stepped out in my nature, in my natural self, and my light shone. My light was shining, because everybody who looked at me had a smile on their face. Everybody who looked at me was saying hi. And I'm talking about all different ethnicities. For some reason, whatever Trump is doing, you see, they are starting to realize who the true indigenous people are of the Americas. So y'all could get caught up in your emotions and don't realize what's going on. But again, those who have eyes, let them see. And those who have ears, let them hear.
All right, so here we go, man. Listen, I just wanted to play that video. That was in 2017. In 2017. Now we about to be in 2025. Like I told y'all before, I got receipts. I've been doing this longer than 99% of all the people out here screaming with Indians right now. I've been doing this. And for the longest, because I've always been ahead of the game. You feel me? That's not to say I want you to take anything away from anybody who's doing it now or who've been doing it for the past few years, but put some respect on it. But the point I'm making is this. In 2017, this happened, right? And I mentioned in 2017 that we are the landlords. Boom. 2024, proclamation of my landlord. I mean, it's cracked, you know, because it fell. Like I always say that in the video. I gotta change this the glass, right? But the proclamation is intact. Right there. My lordship proclamation. You feel me? And I spoke about that in 2017, manifestation. You did. And this is official, by the way. I'm saying all that to say, not to impress you, but impress upon you. How long have I been talking to you guys about coming together? How long I've been like, yo, walk with me? How long? I don't know what's going on, but you see, I get it. I get it. Because like I said, I've always been ahead of my time. I could even go further back than 2017 and show you I've been doing things. I've been doing this. Chicago, wherever, I've been doing it. I got the videos. I got the footage to show and prove I've been doing it. Now, why am I doing this video today again? As you could see, I took a little break, you know, working on things behind the scenes. All right. By the way, look at go check out, you know, www.myniji.com. I built the site myself. I've been working on that diligently, hard work. And I'm putting some other things in place. It's pretty much done. In fact, it's done. Okay. Like I keep telling y'all, I know what to do. I just can't do it alone, man. But I'm not here to beg nobody to do anything. Because I realize that when people are truly ready, they'll find you. You ain't got to find them. So I'm just going to continue to walk the path the ancestors laid forward for me. That's it. I'm choosing the narrow path. I don't get distracted. Not by Didi, not by Trump, not by Biden, not by any of them. I don't get distracted because I already know what it is. You got to stay focused. Focus. Your disciples got to be disciplined because that's what disciple means. And mine are discipline. You did. But I'm saying this. 2017, I told you Trump was your trump card. And I put another video in the link. I got 5 or 6 videos I did on Trump. And I'm talking about a few years ago. Okay? But the earliest one was in 2017, which is the one I just showed you. When I told you Trump is your trump card. And a lot of people did not know what I was talking about. I did another video and I broke it down talking about the Jubilee. I broke that down. What's up, beloved sis, Kelly? Slim Goody, what it is, right? I broke it down for y'all about the Jubilee, but y'all missed it. But you have another opportunity because you see, the ancestors know that ignorance is bliss, but they're not going to forgive stupidity. Now, I'm not calling nobody stupid. I'm just saying that ignorance is only bliss to the point where it does not become stupidity. You feel me? If you're going to allow your ignorance to become stupidity, then you are going to learn the hard way. So here I am again giving you another message. Okay? Another message that I brought to you in 2017. Another one. Let me see how many people that missed it the first time are going to get it this time. Okay? Because the opportunities are not always going to last. It will eventually manifest, but you may have to go through a harder path, a harder journey, more pain to get the same result you could have gotten if we had done it in 2017. But like I said, everything happens in its season and for a reason. It wasn't your season just yet. You dig? You feel me? Y'all wasn't ready just yet. Okay? But check this out. Let me break down the Jubilee for you all again. Hopefully, you guys get it this time because I love y'all, man. Don't worry about all the distraction. If you do good, people are going to talk. If you do bad, they're going to talk. All I could do is good because I've been in my Christ consciousness for the longest, and so many people been coming up against me, but guess what? I'm not even worried about it, man. I'm not even worried about it because I know who I am. I know my heart. My heart is pure. I'm for my people. I love my people, and nobody could take that away from me. They even try to discredit me and say, oh, well, he's African, he's Nigerian, but guess what? I'm more of an original American than most of the people who claiming to be Americans because I got facts. I got documents. I got proof that I'm tied to the original Egypt of America. Akhenaten is my direct bloodline. I got proof of that. So they can't take that away from me, man. They can't. Nobody can. No matter how they come with the hate, I'm going to stand. I'm going to continue to strive and shine for my ancestors because I'm doing their work. I'm going to do their work. And how many times have I told y'all, if you don't know who I am, you're going to learn. You're going to learn who I am because the universe is going to show y'all soon enough because everything happens in its time and its season. But let us go break down this Jubilee once more because the trumpet is here still sounding. And let me see if y'all going to miss it this time. Let's rock. Boom. Let me go ahead and close this out. Close this out. And let us go look at the etymology of the word Jubilee. All right. The etymology of the word Jubilee. Let me share my screen. Boom. Jubilee. I'm going to break that down for y'all. Now, if you don't know what the etymology of a word is, before I get into the Jubilee, let me show you what the etymology of etymology is so you know exactly what we are dealing with. Okay? All right, let's look at the etymology of etymology because a lot of people hear the word or the term etymology and they don't know exactly what it means. So let's go look at that. All right? Here we are. It is late 14th century. Etymologia, facts of the original and development of a word. So we're not talking about definitions. We're talking about the root and the meaning, the energy the word was meant to carry. So we're talking about the etymology of a word. That's how words are important because why? In the beginning was the word. And the word was with God, and the word became God. So whenever you speak, you are speaking God. That's why it says in the word, you know what I'm saying? That the power of life and death is in the tongue. Be careful, be mindful of the words that you speak, the thoughts that you hold, because it becomes your reality. That's why I'm focused. I'm in my Christ consciousness. You dig? So here we are with the word etymology, facts. Again, not opinions, not beliefs, because in the word believe is the word lie. So I don't deal with belief systems. If I know, I know. If I'm not aware, then it's all good. Then I seek to know. But the facts of the origin and development of a word, period. The analysis of a word to find its true what? Its true origin. So it doesn't matter what people say when you tell them things and listen, man, hold on to your beliefs. Let's go to the facts. All right. So that's what etymology means. You'll go into the root of the word, the origin, the properly study of the true sense of a word with logia, study of, speaking of. When you speak, you are casting spells. The true sense, the original meaning, the nature or the netta. The true, real, actual, related etios, which is true, which perhaps cognate of Sanskrit, sattva. I'm going to stop right there. So when we're dealing with etymology, know what we're dealing with. Let's go back to the Jubilee now. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Jubilee. And we are going to put it all back into perspective. I'm going to take you all the way back to 2017. All right? Jubilee. In the Old Testament, now, this is not about whether the Bible is true or false. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I tell people like this. It doesn't matter whether you think the Bible is real or not. It doesn't matter, man. because it has nothing to do with a man sitting in the sky. Okay? People don't know what the Bible is about. My question is, stop worrying about that. What you need to be focused on is, did you get the message? The message is the most important thing. And once you know how to analyze, break it down, then trust me, you know exactly what the book is talking about. So let us go ahead and read the Jubilee. In the Old Testament sense, anniversary, rejoicing, the Jubilee year, originally an adjective of the Jubilee, all right, is from Hebrew Yabhel, which is Jubilee, formerly what? A trumpet ram. A trumpet has to sound in order for that Jubilee to take place. Literally, a ram. The original Jubilee was a year of what? Emancipation of slaves. Restoration of lands to be celebrated every 50 years. It was proclaimed by the sounding of what? The ram's horn on the Day of Atonement. My brothers and sisters, we are still in the Day of Atonement. And there's another Jubilee that's coming up in 2025, which is the Roman Catholic Jubilee. You feel me? The doctrine of discovery was already, the Pope said, listen, the doctrine of discovery, we're not honoring that no more. Because why? They know that the Jubilee is in motion. But how many of you getting this? So in 2025 is the continuation of the Jubilee. I think it must be the platinum or the gold Jubilee. One of them. Don't quote me on that part. But the point is, the message is, okay, it's the Jubilee. And the trumpet had to come back to blow again as a reminder. People, wake up. The original people, wake up. This is your birthright. We are giving it back to you. We got to free the slaves, because why? America was the first Egypt, and Egypt means bondage. You see what I'm saying? People don't realize that we are paying the repercussions of our actions in the past. Well, Chief, what do you mean by this? Well, correction. Proclamation right here. Lord, what do you mean by this? But anyway, y'all know me as Chief, so we'll keep it to Chief right now. But the point I'm making is this. America was the first Egypt, and Egypt means bondage. What does that mean? It means that we enslaved the world. I don't know if y'all was ready for this. We enslaved the world first. And because we enslaved the world first, then our chance would eventually come when we are the ones to be enslaved. Because why? The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. And that's why you see so many people what we call waking up, so to speak, because we have gone through the cycle of being the first to going all the way down to the bottom, the dirtiest, to the point where we turn our women into female dogs by calling them the B words. That is the bottom of the pit. But now it's time for the ascension of the original people. That's why Trump had to be back in office. You see, it is all spiritual. There are certain galactic laws that they cannot violate, but they have to keep you distracted so you don't see it, so you don't feel it, so you don't know it, so you continue to believe. And in the word belief is the word lie. Religion is not the answer. No, it's not. You see, just the Bible is not the answer. It is the interpretation of, in its true sense, is the answer when you get the message. You feel me? So that's what the Jubilee means. And the trumpet has sounded one more time. You see, Obama represents Egypt, Pharaoh, bondage. Guess what? Trump also represents Pharaoh, Egypt, bondage. But the only problem is, well, not only problem, but the only thing is, Trump is the one that has to sound the trumpet and free the people. And someone has to rise, like Joseph did, and rule with Pharaoh. See, I'm breaking this down for y'all. Let me drink some coconut water. Because if y'all ready for this, do me a favor, type some 7s in the chat, man. Because I'm only going to be on here for another 10, 15 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. But I want to make sure you get the message. So now that you know what the Jubilee means, remember when they was trying to impeach Trump and I told you it's not going to happen? I told you it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because why? I knew exactly what was going on. I had already gotten the message. Ancestors had already spoken to me. Chief, go talk to the people. They're not going to hear you because my people are a stiff-necked people. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're a stiff-necked people. And you're going to continue to beg and cry and plead for favors from the government, from everybody else. When the truth of the matter is, everything is happening because of you. We are the original landlords. We are the landlords. That's why, like I said, I told you about the landlords in 2017 on the train. 2024, proclamation of my lordship right here. Don't mind the broken, glass. I'll fix that. Right into a 360 fruition. So now that Trump is in office, you see, no matter what they had to do, it's all part of a game, a distraction. You feel me? They could not stop him getting into office because why? The owners of the corporation, which is, again, which symbolizes Egypt, slavery, okay? Don't let the semantics of the words fool you. I'm giving you the message, okay? The owners of the corporation, they know, even they got a soul. And when I say they got a soul, I mean that a conscience, because why? They have to honor certain galactic spiritual laws. They have to. And they have to give the people a chance to free themselves. And if they want to be slaves voluntarily, then that's on them. But you cannot say they didn't give it to you. You can't say they didn't give you the trumpet. You can't say you didn't hear the horn sound. Okay? Now, let me show you real quick. You see this? And this is not magic, okay? Because magic is a beautiful thing. All over the Bible is magic. Even the three wise men were the Magi's. They came to see Yeshua or Jesus. It doesn't matter what name you call. It's all allegory. But it's the consciousness, the Christ consciousness. You feel me? The trumpet sounded. Zazie will remember this from the powwow. You feel me? It's right here. Nothing, just me. The point I'm making is you have to know the truth and position yourself. All right? Now, let us get into this. Now that you know what the Jubilee means, let's take it a little further. All right? Let me move this over. Give me 1 second here. I don't want to close this by accident because that would be detrimental to this build. So I don't want to close this. I'm gonna answer your question in his low. What's that? I think his low. What his law is perfect. Oh, his law is perfect. Pardon me. I didn't mean to butcher that. I'll answer your question in a few minutes. All right. So let us go into what happened after the Jubilee. You see, I'm putting you onto game. Man, I love this. I love this. I know some people miss me on here, but I got to be behind the scenes working because the ancestors got me working 24/7. All right, let us see. Check this out. What happens after the Jubilee, right? Check this out. After the Jubilee in the Bible, because that's what's happening. It's all allegory. And we are playing out the story over and over and over and over again. It's like a time loop. It has to keep looping until the people get it. Okay? All right, let's read. After the Jubilee in the Bible, the land and the people of Israel were able to reset and recover. Now, let me tell you what Israel means. You see, all this people that's out there screaming Israel, they don't know what Israel means. All Israel means is that one who contends with God, one who fights with God, meaning that you are working on behalf of the Creator. That's all Israel means. You see, people take it to mean something literal and, nah. Okay? There is no such thing as a chosen people. There is a chosen consciousness. And that's the Christ consciousness. And the Christ consciousness is Israel, the one who confines or who contends with God or who strives for God. That's what Israel means. That's all it means. You feel me? Even the lower self is also called Israel because they strive for their God. Hence, you have the so-called people that call themselves Israel right now. They are not the higher self Israel. They are the lower self Israel. I don't know if y'all ready for this, man, but I'm going to give it to y'all because all Israel means is one who strives for God. The question is, which God? Is it the righteous God or the unrighteous God? Because that's what Israel means. You feel me? That's what it means. But I've broken that down before. The land and the people of Israel, meaning the ones who strive with and for God, were able to reset and recover. My people, we are in the moment. The trumpet has sounded that we are able to reset. Hit the reset button. Recover from the slave mentality, the hardship. Now it's time to step into abundance. Let's go. The land was able to recover and produce a bountiful harvest the following year. My brothers and sisters, we are in the Jubilee, man. The people, the poor, were given a second chance. What does that mean? It means that all the debts, remember years ago, I told y'all about Nasera Gisera, when all the debt has to be wiped out and you get a clean slate. My brother, we are living, and my sister, we are living in the time of the reset right now. For example, a man who sold himself into slavery was freed and able to live his life again. You see, the system don't have a choice but allow you to live again. But guess what? You have to take the step. Debts, all debts were what? Forgiven. Oh, Chief, I don't know if they're ready for this, but all you could do is give it to them the way the Great Spirit put it in you, man. I'm not making this up. I can't make this up. I'm just giving you what they gave me to give you, like I did in 2017, like I did in 2016 and 2015. I've been on this for a mission, a while. Property was what returned to the who? To the who? The original owner. Oh, God. Yo, y'all don't get this. Identity. The Jubilee was a recovery of what? Identity, especially for the poor. Community. Jubilee was operated as a corrective to ensure that people lived in ways that reflected good relationships with God, the Great Spirit, righteous Great Spirit. Let's put that in context. With each other and with creation. The Jubilee was the year of economic and cultural, environmental, and communal reset. It was an unprecedented act of social justice that was put in place to make sure that people lived well. And that's why the trumpet had to sound. And that's why he had to get rid of all the filth, the dirt, the whatever you call it, everything that's dealing with low vibration. The trumpet has to sound and take action. Boom. Let us stop sharing here. Those who have ears, let them hear. And those who have eyes, let them see. Let me go ahead and share the next screen for y'all. Check this out. Boom. Boom. Next. What year of the Jubilee are we in? Guess what? Guess what, my brothers and sisters? The year 2025 is a Jubilee year for the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church has celebrated Jubilee years since the 1300s, but the tradition has its roots in the Bible. The theme for 2025 Jubilee year is Pilgrims of Hope. I'm going to stop right here, man. I don't know if y'all ready for this, but what I'm going to do is this now. We are going to, let me just put everything, let me just kind of bring everything back into 360 for y'all. All right? Let me show y'all real quick. All right. Let me share this real quick. Go ahead and share the calculator. Online calculator. Boom. Let's just close them out with this, Chief. All right. Check this out. The calculator is showing. It's populating. Give me 1 second. Okay. Check this out. I came and I gave you all this in 2017 when Trump was elected, right? Let's do 2017 minus 50 years equals what? 1967. Can anybody tell me what was happening in 1967? That was the Jubilee. That was the Jubilee for us as so-called colored people. But guess what? When Trump got in office to do the work in 2017, the trumpet sounded. People wasn't ready for that. So why? They had to put back another slave master, Obama, in office. But now, that's why he had to come on the scene once more to put Kamala, okay, the Democrat, the Democrat in office, so that the trumpet will not sound. But the ancestors wasn't going to allow that. Y'all blind. But I tell you, you're going to be forced to see. Okay? So this is where we at right now. This is where we at. Okay? Now let me just show y'all a couple of things real quick before I get out of here. All right? Boom. Let us go to, let me go ahead and share my screen, and let's go to myniji.com. All right? myniji.com. Okay, let me show y'all real quick. That's the site, where you could find the books, the clothing, all of that, right? Boom. This is the homepage. Okay. myniji.com right here. This book right here, Foundation. I'm talking about Genesis to Reevaluation. Boom. Y'all got to get that. Okay. Got to get that. I'm breaking down the history of the Americas in part 1. Part of the same book. It's in 3 parts. The second part is who came here in 1492, and the third part I'm breaking down the Bible. Man, listen, I'm breaking it down, demolition style. Okay, that's in that book right there, Genesis to Reevaluation. Then boom, then I have part 2 of that, Genesis to Reevaluation. That's the breakdown of Revelation. Okay, I'm breaking down not Revelation, I think Genesis. All right, I'm breaking it down in here. Okay, breaking that down to the T. And then boom, book 3, I'm breaking down Exodus, because people don't know what these things mean. They're taking it literally, man. I'm breaking that down in the book. I'm breaking down Exodus to the T, and it's called Let My People Go. Okay, this is where we are at right now. The next book is in the beginning was the Word. All right, the Magi is in all of us. I'm breaking down words like, trust me, words that's tying you to, that's bounding you to us, to spells, and that's keeping you from moving forward, because you're using those words and don't realize that we are all Magi's. We are all magicians. Okay? Even in the very beginning, what did it say? In the beginning was the Word, and what God said. God spoke and things happen. When you speak, you spell. Let there be. That's casting a spell. When Moses took his staff, a staff is a rod is a wand. It was all magic. Take it and throw it on the ground, it turned into a snake. That's magic. Of course, they tell you it's miracle, but no, that's not a miracle, because people don't know the true etymology of the word miracle. No, it is magic. And I broke it all down in this book. Okay? Next book. We have The Sun Be Us. Literally, this is a book about original indigenous people and a family who found out the connection they had with the sun. Okay, and then the children powers are activated by the sun. This is why they're fighting so hard to tell us about global warming and all this and all that. And Joe Biden is in the Amazon right now talking about global. They're trying to, no, global warming ain't got nothing to do with us. Joe Biden is the devil, man. You feel me? They're demons trying to prevent the sun from shining, but they can't stop it. And remember I told y'all years ago, winter is going to shorten and winter is going to stop soon, because winter is not natural. But you know what? Maybe Chief is a little ahead of his time, but y'all going to see. Y'all going to see everything I talk about manifest, because it already is. The next book is Antarctica, What Lies Behind the Ice Walls. A beautiful story about indigenous people and their connection to Antarctica in a fantasy, a sci-fi way, art of writing. I put it in that book right there. All my books have a message about who we are and what we need to do. the evolution of hip hop, then and now, the power of life and death. Okay, that's in there. I mean, I took you all the way back to when it first started, the breakdancing days, the graffiti, everything is in that book. Okay, the next book, The Fury That Lies in the Abyss. It's about two warring tribes, right? That's fighting each other, but the main star, the two main stars, they're in love with each other, but the tribes are literally at war. But they have to put their differences together aside so that they could fight what lies in the abyss, because the abyss is alive. All right, so that's that book right there. But it has a story about our indigenous self, man. The next one is what would happen if Earth was under attack. I'm telling y'all, man, listen, I've been putting in that work. Y'all think it is, and this right here, this is the foundation right there. Newsflash, everyone's a slave. You are literally following my journey through my books. Okay. Right there, that one talk about how we got enslaved and the birth certificate and all that stuff is in there. The Sesteke V Trust, all that's in that book. All right. Then of course you have about me, my bio and everything. If you want to get a little bit know about me, my journey and everything, my Lordship proclamation is on there. As of what date was that? I got the date as of August. All right, August 16th. All right. Proclaimed a Lord. All right. And then of course, you shop right here, you go here, and this is where you have all the books. Then I have this other book, it's called The Ghost versus the Spirit. It's another book I wrote. All right, deep, man. Okay. And then you have the clothing section. All right. We got women underwear, we got it all in here, man. And then, of course, this is the page for the Niji merch. Okay. Beautiful pieces, man. Got the I'm Indigenous bag. Everything is on here. You know what I mean? The sneakers right there. Everything. Go check it out. Workout, crop tops and all that. myniji.com. But boom. All right. Now, this is what the ancestors got me working on, because, again, the trumpet has sounded and it's time. So I'm here again, putting in that work. But all I could do, like I told y'all before, is do what I was directed to do. I cannot force you to do anything. And I've been singing that same song since 2017. All right. Now, and of course, like I said, I could go all the way back to 2012, but I'm not going to overwhelm you with that type of information. All right. Because I'll just be regurgitating things. So let's go to www. All right. So this is what I've been working on. The Republic of Iroquois Ongwe-Hunwe. All right. Now, Ongwe-Hunwe means the original people. We are the original beings of the Americas. All right. So y'all, you want to go check that out. Okay. The ancestors came to me and like, Chief, you need to put this together. All right. So I did everything I was supposed to do. Constitution, declaration, everything is done. Documents are sent to the UN. Everything is done. Okay. So y'all go ahead and check it out. www.ongwehunwe.org. All right. So I'll take that right here and I'll put it in the link for y'all to go check it out. So y'all know where I'm at. Okay. So this right here, our government, this is our seal. Everything is official. All right. Okay. Then we have the about section. All right, this is our government flag right here. Okay. Still have a little work to do, but nothing major. All right. Then this is right here about welcome. Okay, so you could go ahead and check all of that. I put a snippet of the Constitution on there, so you could go check it out. So for those of you who are asking what to do or what should we do, I just gave you the information. All right, so this is the link right here. It's in here. Okay, so you go ahead and do what you got to do. I just gave you the information. I did what I was supposed to. I'm following instructions from the ancestors. So all I could do, like I said, is just play my part. All right. So I'm about to conclude this build. I want to thank y'all for once again, his law is perfect. I just gave you the information. All right. So you could contact me through the websites. Okay. And we're about to literally take things to a whole different level. Okay, because we know what's coming And we have to prepare ourselves because, like I said, we are in the Jubilee. It's time for the restoration of the original people, and nobody could stop it. Nobody. The only people that could stop what's going to happen is, guess what? You. Nobody else but you. You are your biggest enemy. That's why the word is called enemy. It's N in you. It's NVU. It's you. You are your own enemy. Nobody else. Everything outside of you is a distraction. It's an illusion. There's nothing outside of you. I'm not even real. You are not even real. The only thing that's real is what's within. Everything else is the illusion. Not even the flesh is real. Okay? They're just reflections. The illusion. So focus on what's inside and learn to gravitate to the people who are like-minded and corresponds, okay, that has that synergy with what's inside. That is your true spiritual family, because guess what? Your physical family, a lot of them are not going to get it because they're not ready. It doesn't mean you're supposed to hate them. No. It doesn't mean you're supposed to treat them bad. No. It doesn't mean you have to curse them out. No. Have compassion, have love, have empathy, because that's what the Christ does when you're vibing in your Christ consciousness. Stop focusing on the distractions, my brothers and sisters. Stop focusing on the distractions. The same way when the allegorical Jesus, the allegorical Yeshua went on the mountain and he was being tempted by Satan. And once again, may I remind you, Satan is not a man in hell with a pitchfork and a red outfit. No, you are Satan, your own mind. The adversary, that's all Satan means. That's why you are your biggest enemy. You could be your God or you could be your Satan. You choose. You see, the physical body doesn't have free will. Only the spirit has free will. The soul has free will. Only the soul. But when Satan come and talk to you in your mind, learn to say, get thou behind me, Satan. Period. Get thou behind me, Satan. And focus on your Christ consciousness, your Christ growth. And in my books, I'm breaking down what the second coming is. The second coming is not a man that's coming on clouds and a white horse. And no, no, the second coming is right within you. You have to awaken the Christ to give birth for the second coming. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy this build. I can't tell you when I'm going to do another one, but you know what? I will do another one. Who knows when? I got work to do. So I'm behind the scenes putting in the work. Once again, you have the information. I'm just following instructions and doing what I'm supposed to. I've built everything. Okay, the house is built. Literally, the house is built. I'm talking about solid proof, information, a solid foundation. It's built. It's built. I know what to do. I've always told you. I just can't do it alone. All right. And it has nothing to do with this color of the skin. That's the illusion. Right now, as I've always done, I'm building with righteous people. I don't care what you look like. Because the people a lot of them that look like me, man, let me tell you something. They are my biggest enemies. They are your biggest enemies. So I'm vibing with the energy, the righteous energy. That's what I'm vibing with. And I'm going to rock with anybody that's righteous. And let people talk if they want to. I don't care. You know, what you eat don't make me go to the bathroom. I'm just going to do the work I was sent here to do. No doubt, Sister Valerie, hit me up. You know what I mean? Let's make this thing happen. Because I tell people we have to put, that's why another reason, right, why the demon come hell her. That's another reason why she couldn't be in office. Because she's not the right matriarch. She's not the ripe energy for the feminine energy to be where it needs to be. She's not that one. It has to be one of y'all that came from the humble beginnings, just like how the Messiah, the allegorical Jesus, was born in a manger. The allegorical Yeshua was born in a manger. All manger means is being born among the animals, the lowest self. It has to be someone that comes from that humble beginnings. That has to be one of the matriarchs, the original people of that land. She's not. So link me. And I'm not going to beg you to do it. You feel me? But link me so we can make some moves, because we got moves to make. All right. The path is still narrow because I rather travel the narrow path. It keeps me focused. All right. I love y'all. Always have and always will. Okay. And like I told y'all before, ignorance is bliss, only to a point where it doesn't turn into stupidity. You did? And that's facts. Okay. Don't allow your ignorance to make you stupid. It is our time. It is your time. Let's do this, because they can't stop us. The door is waiting to be opened. The portal is open, and not anybody could go through that portal. No, because the energy will not allow anybody to go through the portal. It has to be in sync. Okay? So this doesn't make you in sync. It's what's within that makes you in sync. I don't care how much melanin you got. I don't care how much copper you think you got. I don't care how much carbon you think you got. You could be the 666 times 3, 8. Yeah, I don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's what's in here. Okay? All right, then. We'll talk a little later. All right? Enjoy each other. Respect each other. Okay? It doesn't mean you got to be a punk. Just respect people. Love people. It is really that simple. All right? And truly get the definition and the meaning, not definition, but the meaning, the message behind do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It doesn't mean you got to be a fool. It doesn't mean you got to be a punk. But if you want good for yourself, want good for others. That's all I'm just saying. All right. And let's build and let's grow. All right. Enjoy the